Innovation is everywhere, surrounding us in everyday life. Being innovative provides you with tools and flexible ways to get involved in social action and entrepreneurship. It offers you a voice to improve social issues as a means of creating a better society. Innovation is the heartbeat of communities and organizations. Do you know the Global Innovation Index? It ranks the innovation performance of some 130 countries and economies around the world. In 2019, Switzerland, the small country in Central Europe, remains the uncontested champion of innovation. Switzerland demonstrates that innovation is not only about investment, it is also about people and ideas. So how to do it? How to be successful? These and other questions will be answered in this course. We are going to look at some proven models, tools and best practices that you can apply to be more innovative. And who knows? Maybe it even inspires you to engage in a creative community or even create your own company? Edward de Bono says, you can't dig a new hole by digging the old one deeper. In the next minutes, I'm going to show you how to dig new holes.
From an early age, you were taught to compete. You competed in school. You competed in sports. You competed for your first job. And you kept competing as you worked your way up the ladder. Now, you crunch numbers, fight for market share, and strive to beat competitors in your industry. But it's a zero-sum game. When one wins, another loses. As your industry becomes crowded and competition intensifies, your ocean becomes red. So, you can either try and compete a bit harder, or you can think different. Apple thought different and created new market space. New market space that we now almost all take for granted. But it's not just Apple. Over a century ago, Henry Ford created the mass market auto industry. More recently, there's Salesforce.com, Uber, Cirque du Soleil, NetJets, Alibaba, and many others. Of course, competition isn't wrong. It's just that by now you know how to do it. So does your business. So does the rest of your industry. What if you could create instead of compete? What if, instead of fighting for market share, you could make the competition irrelevant? Blue Ocean Strategy teaches you how to think different, how to look at your industry from a brand new perspective, how to break out of conventional boundaries and challenge the status quo. You've spent your whole life learning to be competitive. It's time to learn creativity. Creativity that unlocks blue oceans of strong, profitable growth. With Blue Ocean Strategy tools and frameworks, you can. Are you ready?
When you hear the word creative, what comes to your mind? Do you immediately think of a new product? Or something artistic? Do you think of scientific discoveries? Do you think of world leaders? Or do you have a creative friend? Do you consider yourself a creative person? You might be having many questions now. We will try to answer some of those in the first part of our course. Let's roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. Did you know that the process of cooking impacts many processes in your mind, body and soul? Food is the most basic of our needs for survival, and almost every major event in our lives revolves around it. The process of making food is awakening and insightful. It's been said that in the Zen culture, most important activities in life are meditating, cleaning, and cooking. When a person cooks passionately on a regular basis, it enhances their creativity and also allows developing other areas in life. Check out how our students develop their creativity at BHMS. So you might ask yourself, how can I become more creative? I want to change things. Here are some examples. You might consider finding a place, a location, which inspires you. Maybe a walk in the forest or next to a lake, or totally contrary, you want to be surrounded by a lot of people to get inspired. What also can help is use your hands. Build something physically out of matches or bricks or cardboard. Just create something in 3D to inspire yourself.
Innovation. What is it? How do you do it? Innovation is all about coming up with new ideas or improving old ones. We can think about innovation as a process to create these ideas and test them. From scientists to designers, artists to engineers, anyone can innovate to solve problems. This process starts off with a need or a challenge. What is a problem that you might like to solve? Have a think about all the different ways to solve this problem. What already exists? What materials can you use? Think about some inspiration from the world around you, or even ask some friends to help you come up with some ideas. Then make a prototype. A prototype is like a draft. It doesn't have to be perfect, or work properly, or even use the same materials as the final product. Often, you'll make lots and lots of prototypes before your final design. In order to figure out whether it does what you want it to do, you need to test it. This is often the part where you learn the most about your idea. Is your prototype doing what you want it to do? Can you improve it? What changes would you like to make? After testing your prototype, figure out what you want to change and refine it. Did it fail completely? Great! Use this failure as feedback to help improve it. You can change something big or small, or even go back to the drawing board and start from the beginning. Innovation is nothing new. Everyone has done it at some point in their lives, whether it's making a new invention, coming up with a new dance routine, or even writing a story. Have a look around you. Are there any problems or challenges that you'd like to solve? Next time you have a problem, have a go using this process. Have a go thinking, making, trying, and refining. You never know what you could come up with.
We have two types of innovation: product and service innovation. Product innovation can be a completely new product that has never been seen before, such as a fidget spinner. It can also use components that differ from previously manufactured products. Product innovations are always tangible, can involve radically new technologies, or can be built based on combining existing technologies in a new way, such as wireless headphones. Service innovation refers to making a major innovation through additional support and enhancements. A big part of a successful business is the ability to make your customers' lives easier. And the better you are able to meet their needs, the brighter your future looks like. Uber is an example of a service innovation company that has created further growth outside its core business. With Uber Eats, it has used its strengths and unique capabilities, such as its brand, to enter into adjacent markets. By now, you learned a lot about innovation. And when you next time see a new product, you see the success, the launch, the commercial, please remember that's only the tip of the iceberg. What lies underneath, which is not visible, is a lot of hard work until you get to a successful innovation. Let me leave you with a message from one of the biggest innovators of mankind, Albert Einstein. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you very much. See you next time.